reaction. California Congressman, ranking member of the House Intel Committee, Devin Nunes. Congressman, is Pelosi just losing control of her party at this point?
I would look at it more of a tactical move. So Nancy Pelosi definitely wants to impeach the president. They just want to find more evidence. So she's staking out a position that ultimately I think she will come around if they do in fact find their mythical animal that they're looking for on collusion, obstruction, or in any of Trump's business deals. So I see it as a tactical move. I wouldn't read a lot into it other than it's just something that they normally do. She's actually just saying something publicly that privately she's probably not saying to her members.
The congressman is into the tactical play here. Very interesting. Now, your colleague, House Intel Chair Adam Schiff, has spent now the better part of, 2 years claiming the president was in bed with the Russians, right? Let's watch.
Well, there's clear evidence on the issue of collusion.
For people who wonder, what does collusion look like when it's charged as a crime? Bob Mueller has told us.
Have Democrats found any evidence of collusion?
Yes, we have.
Wow, this is amazing. He had evidence. But given all that he laid out, Congressman Nunes, it was a little surprising to hear Schiff offer this today.
What will be necessary to make an impeachment a bipartisan process would have to be extraordinarily clear and compelling. I don't foreclose at the possibility that the Mueller investigation will produce that, or that our own will, but I think the Speaker is absolutely right.
Is he part of this tactical kind of underplaying this now because they don't think Mueller is going to deliver all the goods, or is there something else going on?
Well, remember, they've been all for impeachment. I mean, if they really believe that the President of the United States is being controlled by the Kremlin, this is what they've said, this is what they promised that Mueller would produce, this is what we've spent tens of millions of dollars of American taxpayer money to prove collusion. So now that they're moving off of that, I wouldn't take it as that they're just giving up. Remember, they have opened up an entire investigation where they're going to supposedly go after all of Trump's businesses. So I think what this is it's a tactical pullback from Mueller, and then they're going to go once again out drilling wells, looking for the oil, the gold, whatever you want to call it.
Now, Congressman, I want to move on to another startling development. With this, the Hillary, non-prosecution of Hillary for the private email server, destruction of emails and so forth. And Lisa Page's full testimony, her transcript was released today. I think it was Congressman Collins who pushed for that. And here's a part of what she said at one point. She said, "We had multiple conversations with the Justice Department about bringing a gross negligence charge," she meaning against Hillary. And that's, as I said, the advice that we got from the department was that they did not think that it was constitutionally vague and not sustainable. So in other words, they discussed charging Hillary, but Justice is like, no, that won't work. What do the American people need to understand about that, just that one excerpt?
Well, let's just take other cases that are very similar. We have many cases where you have sailors, for example, who took some pictures that appeared to be just fun pictures, but they had classified equipment in that picture. They got kicked out of the Navy and sentenced. There's multiple examples of where somebody takes classified information accidentally. They get prosecuted. This was done on purpose, a private server, emails being sent to the private server then disappears, later emails show up that are classified. Any person in the military or in the intelligence agencies would have been fired or even worse, put in jail.
Well,
Those are the facts.
Yeah, I think what happens is our viewers watch this. They've seen this all laid out over the last 2 years plus, Congressman. Then they get demoralized because they say, look, all this stuff happens. And going back to what they were accusing Kavanaugh of wrongly, leaks from Feinstein's office, it looks like, no repercussions, and no repercussions in a case where regular Americans, military men and women, get prosecuted and get the book thrown at them. But again, going back to what we talked about early in the show, the college admission scam, people seem to get away with this stuff. And so people get discouraged. So do you have confidence that the new Attorney General, Bill Barr, should he and will he look into this?
Well, look, I hear it every day, but I want to give your viewers and you some hope. There are people here in Washington every day going brick by brick trying to bust down through this wall. Look, we've been doing it for 2 years. The House Intelligence Committee Republicans, everything that we have done is now being proven to be true. Everything the Democrats have done and said in the reports and memos that they put out have proven to be false. You have them now changing their tactics from we're going to go down the impeachment road to now something else. So we continue to work. On the House Intelligence Committee, we will be making several criminal referrals, and we hope that the Justice Department will take these up
When
and
is that going
actually
to
move
happen?
forward on them.
When are those criminal referrals going to be made?
I would guess sometime in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. We'd like to see we'd like to see what's in the Mueller report. I would also remind you, Laura, that we're going to have a deposition from both Christopher Steele and David Kramer. These are two witnesses that either pled the Fifth or wouldn't come to present before the Congress.
Okay, well, we're waiting with bated breath because this is just a joke. And you're always trying to lay out the facts for us, and we really appreciate it, Congressman.